Hello and welcome to Blossom Sandwich Sews. My name is Yvette and welcome to my first ever YouTube collaboration. This is so exciting. So I am collaborating with Michelle from Michelle Sews Again. So I will link her YouTube channel down below. If you aren't already subscribed to her, what are you even doing? Because she is so fun to watch and she puts out quite a lot of videos as well, so definitely worth a follow. So we are working on a one fabric, two ways type collaboration because she's recently bought a fabric which is the same fabric as one that I've had in my stash for a while. So this actually is one of the oldest fabric in my stash. So I bought this from Dovetailed, so it's an African Ankara wax print cotton fabric that I bought and Michelle bought as well from Dovetailed fabric. It's this beautiful like turquoise background and then it's got these huge scale flowers on. So I've got I think 3 yards of it, so I've got 2 yards here and then one separate 1 yard piece, just because that was sort of the bolts that were available. So it's got this absolutely ginormous floral print that runs from selvage to selvage. So these are selvages here, and then I can't even get it all in the frame. It's such a big print. So basically the reason I haven't sewn this fabric up was because I was thinking, what do I do with this ginormous print? Because I want to show it off, but also I don't want to make something that's just like a huge bag that I then don't want to wear. So it's got this huge print here, then it's got a sort of blank turquoise bit, then another repeat of the floral design. So I got 3 full repeats on this bit, which I think is a couple of yards, or maybe it's 3. Let's see. We'll do a rough. I think that's 1, 2. Maybe I've got 4 yards then. That was 3, I think. So anyway, yeah, so I've got this and then an extra bit. So yeah, I bought this basically just because I thought it was really cool, and also the project that I was working on at the time, I needed to buy a bit more fabric because I'd cut it out to like center the print, but then I didn't have enough to finish the project. So I'll put in a picture of that. So I ended up making an Ashton top out of a different dovetailed fabric. So I've had that for ages, and it's such good quality fabric. Like the print is on both sides, and yeah, it's quite a fairly stiff cotton. So yeah, I just basically had a difficult time figuring out what I was going to make with it. But now I have finally decided, and I'm finally going to get on with it thanks to Michelle's inspiration. So what I've decided to make is the Pattern Fantastique Valley dress. So I have mentioned this in a few videos because it's a pattern I bought a while ago. I think I bought it when it first came out, and I've seen some amazing versions since then. The style of it's kind of 70s, so I was hoping that I could make something up for the Sew 70s challenge that I'm running on Instagram. But yeah, I don't know really what happened with that time. It was a 3-month challenge and there's only like a couple of weeks left. So yeah, I don't think that I would manage to sew up a valley dress in time. But it's still like a great pattern to have because it's got such fun design details. So it's got these huge sleeves and then like quite a small front yoke, and then kind of the whole like bodice and skirt is like one big piece. So I thought that would be really good for showing off this design, and also the structure of the fabric is really going to hold those sleeves quite big. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a summery one. There's no way I'm going to get a cardigan over those sleeves, and also just the colors and the scale of the print, I just feel like it's going to be so summery. So I don't know if I'm going to get to wear it this year. I live in England, so the weather is questionable at the best of times. Michelle lives in Florida, I think, where the weather is always quite nice, I believe. So yeah, she always signs off her videos with a I hope the weather's lovely where you are. So I don't know whether the sort of concern of the weather means that she merits an honorary Britishness, or maybe it's just a flex that the Florida weather's always quite nice and everyone else can think about how terrible their weather is. But yeah, so this is going to be my last potentially summery make before I give in to the fact that maybe in England we're just not going to have a proper summer this year. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this. So my sort of concept of it is to the pattern, the front pattern piece and the back, it's like the sort of quite the same pattern piece that you use, and cut it on the fold. So I'm going to try and fold the fabric and cut it across grain so that I can get this print vertically and get more of it in. So I'm going to try and cut this fairly centrally, and so I'll have like mostly the bodice / skirt as this, and then it will be the like turquoise at the ends, and then I'm going to get the yoke mostly the turquoise, so I might cut it out sort of upside down potentially, so that I've just got like a little bit of foliage at the top, and then it goes into the turquoise, so then it goes sort of the turquoise yoke into the turquoise body, and then the print is sort of placed on it. It's not like weirdly cut off. And then I'm going to try and use this extra random bit for the sleeves. So I think I'm going to cut the sleeves on the cross grain as well, with like the turquoise at the top, and then maybe just like a bit of the design lower down, but just try and keep it more turquoise on the top, and then just really feature the print on the body. And because I've got 3 repeats of this, I'll be able to do a repeat of it on the back as well, essentially similar concept. So I think that's going to work out really well. Hopefully it will be nice to sew because it is a structured cotton. So I've already pre-washed and pressed this, so it's ready to cut out. So I'm really excited to get going. Because it's an Ankara fabric, it came with the stickers on it. So I did follow a video of like how to get the stickers off, where you just sort of cover it over with cotton and then press it with a fairly low heat and a little bit of steam to try. And I think the idea is that you melt the glue, and then the stickers are easier to peel off. But I've still got some kind of, even after pre-washing, I've still got a little mark and a bit of very slightly sticky residue. I think you can sort of see there the ghost of stickers past. So I don't really know if that's going to come out in future washes. So if you've done some Ankara fabric sewing in the past and you've have experience with getting these stickers off, let me know your top tips in the comment box. I don't know whether it's because I've had this fabric a long time, you know, like over a year, and maybe I should have just taken the stickers off as soon as possible, but I wasn't sure how to get them off, which is why I kind of didn't do it. So maybe if I'd taken them off sooner, the glue wouldn't have sort of gone into the fabric so much. Or maybe I don't know, used too much heat, not enough heat, need a different type of detergent. I'm not really sure. But anyway, hopefully that will not be an issue. I might just sort of cut not that bit out, or I don't know. It's not that noticeable from a distance. But yeah, let me know your top tips for Ankara stickers, and how to potentially get that mark out. But yeah, so that is going to be really exciting, and it will be, I think, such an accomplishment to finally get this fabric sewn up, because it's like been hanging out in my stash for over a year, as I said earlier. So that will be so satisfying to finally get that done. I think it's kind of a lesson in, you know, buying fabric without a plan, but also I really like this fabric. I've never regretted buying it, and I am really looking forward to wearing it. So yeah, no bad feelings here. I'm excited to finally, I don't know, figure out what I'm going to do with it. It's like all coming together now. So Michelle has made a Valley top before and done like a beginner's review of the pattern. So if you are thinking about the Valley for yourself, or if you've purchased it, I would recommend that you check out her video. I'm not just sort of recommending that to like suck up because this is a collab. I genuinely watch Michelle's channel and find it really informative and useful. So yeah, if you're in the market for a big sleeved, big dress top or pattern, then yeah, check out her review. And also I watched the sewing therapy, Sarah's video about, it's like a valley dress sew along. And I don't watch like a huge amount of sew alongs because I feel like you need to pay attention to fully sort of experience them, but then you're not getting your own sewing done, you're just watching someone else do some sewing. So but I watched that, and I found it actually so relaxing to watch. Like the instructions are sort of in text, and then the background is the sort of like some classical music, and I don't know, just the classical music and the sort of process of stuff getting like slowly coming together, and just watching someone like very sort of precisely and deliberately and competently sew something, I just found so soothing to watch. So I really enjoyed that, and I'd recommend that as well, because there are a lot of steps in the instruction for the valley. So I'm definitely going to be following along with that video to get it done. But from the looks of it, I might be speaking too soon, but it doesn't look like complicated to make. There's just sort of a few steps. So there are two views on the valley. There's like a drop neck one that's like a lower cut, and then it's got two ties, or there's just like a regular neck where it's got just like a V in the front yoke. So I'm going to do the regular neck version because that's what Sarah recommends if you're like a beginner or it's your first time making the pattern, just 'cause it's a bit easier. And also I think just personally I'll feel more comfortable wearing the non-low cut version, just because I don't tend to wear things that are particularly low cut. I just don't have the cleavage for it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to make with this. Yeah, so that's basically it for this video. That's my introduction to my collab with Michelle, telling you about the fabric, what I'm going to make. So hopefully in my next video, I will be checking in with a fabulous Ankara print valley dress. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, do consider checking out some of my other videos and liking and subscribing if you want to hear more from me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!